What's up, guys? It's your boy DopeRandy back at it again with another episode of the F124 Career Series. As this time, we're gonna go to the United States and take on the Texas Grand Prix at COTA. Now, the last race was in Singapore, and we smashed it. Our third win of the year. Started on the pole, did not relinquish the lead in open play. Just the perfect race from us. Strategy was on point, the speed was on point. Everything was just on point. Just perfection, really. And I mean, we've cut into this gap for Lando and Mats and Alonso. We're starting to leave George Russell and Oscar Piastri and Lewis Hamilton behind, really. And we maybe can catch Mercedes and Red and all those guys, but it's a to be determined about that. But let's get into it here. And this is a long weekend here. About 3 weeks. Alright, that's our downfall. Is just
completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Our marketing department. This is literally the same 3 drivers that we just had. But we did George last time. So we're going to go Lewis this time.
Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
And that should have... Okay. Yeah, look at that. We're now in the smack middle of the pack. We're not that far off the rest of and we're not that far off the rest of them.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Off Dakota we go. Alrighty, lads, as we are out for qualifying from the Texas Grand Prix.
I'm afraid we've dropped to P22.
And I tell you, I think we may have something for this weekend. Like, we've got a piece. Oh, that's kind of shitty. But nah. We had a sprint race. We won the sprint race. So let's see if we can back that up here. And it starts with a really good lap. As she has this, especially this is oddly satisfying for your boy. As we've gone purple, I am driving like it's only one lap, but I'm driving the wheels off this thing. I don't know who that is. That's Lewis Hamilton in front of us. And I am draining this battery, and you see how fast we can get it. 206 into that corner as Lewis lights up the tiles. Create some smoke. And that's purple in sector 2 as well. As there's less than 5 minutes to go here. But I tell you, I think we are I think we're cooking. And coming down to the line, and yeah, 140.716. That's the pole.
Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula
Nope.
1 is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's
Yep.
give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and
Yep.
still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. It's time to take a look at our starting
As
grid
the starting
for today's
grid
race.
heel.
The governor lines up on
Holy shit.
and starting next to him,
9/10 of a second.
moving on to the rest of the grid.
We beat the
we
field
have
by 9/10 of a second. That's what I.
Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez,
The Porsche Ferrari's in P7.
Stroll,
That's interesting.
Hulkenberg, Sonoda, Albon, Ocon,
And I don't see the second
Magnussen,
Ferrari.
Bottas, Norris, Behrman,
Oh, Noah's got a penalty. Oh, wow.
Sargent, and Joe Guan Yu. Now it's almost time
Charles
to find
Leclerc
out.
starting
So let's go down to the
P19
track.
for this race
And alongside me for the first time.
due to more mechanical issues.
Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres are even hotter than that.
I know, mate. So, all that needs to be known is
Okay,
if
so
look.
let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Lord. But nah. This all of a sudden turns into a pivotal race in the championship. 6 races left, including today. You have Leclerc ahead by 10 over Sainz. Sainz is 8th. Leclerc is...
No rain expected, no rain expected for the time being.
And yet Leclerc is in the back with another mechanical issue. So I tell ya, this could be pivotal, and especially when you look at who's the top 5 here. You got me, George, Fernando, Piastri, and Hamilton. You got Alonso and I 5th and 6th, and then that's basically the bottom half of the top 10 in points. Is all right here. So, because I mean, I see Verstappen's behind Hamilton in 6th. I see, look, Sainz was what, P7? Of course, we can, if we can have another dominant race here. Yeah, with the. I know we got a considerable points gap, but maybe we can get something going here. A late season charge for the championship.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
But just a nice
Keep an eye on the
little,
lights, the start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is
Yeah.
formed. Be ready with the clutch.
especially with this big turn 1 here. If I can clear George, I can just set sail. Here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights and away we go. I kind of spun that a little bit, but we got a great launch. And like I said, I kind of fucked it, but it still works. Oh, Alonso got, well, so much for that. Because, yeah, Fernando Alonso got up to a great start. They all basically got single filed, which sucks. That's not what I wanted at all. But we all pulled away from Alonso quickly. And I mean quickly. As we get up one of the longest straights in Formula One. DRS straights, I should say. And yeah. We're going to continue to lead all the laps. I know we led them all in the sprint. We got the pole. And yeah. We are going to lead lap 1 again.
Okay, DRS is now available.
And this is not a this is not a replay. I know you see the top 2. It's not a replay of the last race, but it is. I am in first and Fernando Alonso is in second. You have the two Mercedes boys, P3 and P4. But then, yeah, you got Carlos Sainz up there in P5. Made up a couple of starts on the start. And he's put himself right there now. For us, we just need to log. We need to log laps here. And try to pull away as much as we can. I mean, yeah, we got the new downforce package we got starting this week. This is, talk about a good track to use it at. As it has come to fucking play. We've put even more of a gap on this lap. We're gonna have another fastest lap. And that is very, very similar to what I ran in the sprint in terms of the fastest lap. Although that wasn't the best corner exit. I just need to focus on myself. Don't worry about Fernando Alonso. I've done enough of these races, I should know that. But I can't help myself as we do build back up the gap. I think I've realized I'm taking more of a direct, like I'm not giving myself enough oomph coming out of this straight. I'm having to rely on the battery. And that's good and all, but the problem is, if there's a guy that has a momentum, like I'm not getting that momentum. Like that. But yeah, this is a 28 lap race. I'm gonna try to pit. I'm gonna try to pit around like lap 12-ish. Lap 11, lap 12, something like that. Because this is a place that will eat up the tiles. I guess I can say that for the majority of tracks of F1. But yeah, like last race in Singapore, this race, yeah, like the last track in Singapore, this track in COTA, it's noticeable. Oh, that's what I get for trying to go a little wider. Back end comes around a little bit. I do see Charles Leclerc though. He's making his way up through that field. And we've seen drivers start in the back this year and have significant trouble making their way up through the field. This is I would figure this is probably not one of the tracks you would have that trouble in because it's so wide. Especially down, I mean, like, not heel, but this next, like, coming right heel into this DRS straight, you can make some ground up. There's at least 2 passing zones consistent on every single lap as we just cross through one of them. It ain't like, I mean, like Monaco, there was not a place to pass, period. Unless you just want to be a superhero. But yeah, we're pulling away just a little bit from Fernando when I don't slide the tires and don't slide the rear end. He's also got some pressure from George Russell, who's about 4.5 tenths back. As we come up on the second passing zone on this track. And I mean, if you really... Oh, we got a... What happened? Oh, we got a caution.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta.
That's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of not what I wanted. There's a decision that's gonna have to be had here. And I believe I'm gonna have to come down pit road. And I think, oh well. I think everyone's coming down pit road.
One more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Yeah, and we're putting the whole tires on right the fuck now. So what happened? I see a Red Bull. I see the Red Bull.
Ollie in the pits now. Right, let's go. Come on.
Are we not?
There, mate. Looks like a nice stop time.
All right.
Happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
We did beat Alonso out of the pits. So that's productive. So now we got to catch the safety call.
You're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
Will do. Because, yeah, that's a disqualification if you pass the safety call when you're not supposed to. Automatic DQ, and that would be just a very awful way to not advance in this race. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't necessarily like... If we could have gone about 3 or 4 more laps, I mean, I don't mind it, but I don't know. So I guess that was... Something happened back there. Hulkenberg is in last. He's that dot. He was that dot. We got Ollie and... Oh boy, we got people that didn't pit. We got Behrman in P9. We got... Yeah, this field just got jumbled up a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't... Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Charles Leclerc's up to P10. But yeah, something happened to Hamilton. He fell back. Oh, you know what? I think it was the double bots. Some people got stuck. And we're not coming in this time. I wonder if anyone's gonna come. Well, surely not. But oh god, I have to lead this restart. Oh gosh. And yeah, you can see the field is still not completely caught up. We may be coming in this lap though. A two-lap safety call? No. Maybe. Maybe. No. Yes, we all coming in this lap. That's late, ain't it?
Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap.
I can't-
We'll be pacing the field in Sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane.
I mean, I can't even hit the gas, buddy. But I'm just gonna gag this. I'm gonna gag this when he comes in. I know that. I'm not gonna lie, that was kinda...
Okay, clear.
I got control of the gas right when I would brake. That kind of just fucked it a little bit, but that's not bad. So we got 21 laps to do on these whole tiles.
Battery charging high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Oh, I'll plan on it, buddy, because I'm about to deploy this battery like a you-know-what. And I guess... yeah, the only thing that's going to be a problem now... I got to make these tiles last to the end of the race. I don't think it'll be that big of a problem. But I can see where I can see where this is... oh, I thought I had to sneeze. I could see where this, in like 15, 20 laps, can become a problem. Not gonna lie, probably another safety car would be good. Like, I mean, I don't know. Because, for all intent and purpose...
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
yeah, for all intent and purpose, that wasn't a bad restart at all. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Although, oh, that was clutch. That was clutch driving by me. Cause Alonso was gonna be in my DRS if I did not gain about a tenth and a half in that last half of the S's. But we clutched it up, and now he's stuck in no man's land. At least that's what I'm gonna call it, no man's land. Yeah, Purple Sector 2. That was clutch. And, I mean, this could be a really pivotal lap in this race, because look at the ground I'm starting to gain on him now. It's up to a second and a half. 1.6 seconds. And I'm willing to bet this is going to be the fastest lap of the race. I'm willing to bet. Yeah. That felt fast. We gained almost a second on Fernando that lap. And we are driving away. Driving away. at the moment. It just makes you wonder. Maybe that safety car was a blessing in disguise. Cause, I mean, I tell ya. Yeah, I tell ya. These horde tiles are like a godsend right now. Cause this is the best it's felt all weekend. Yeah, we gain even more time. It's up over 2.5. Now with that, to do all normal pit stops. And I would like to see... Tires look decent at the moment. Only problem only problem I can see is that I hope I'm not overdriving it now. That's the only feel. With the horde tiles, it would have the least amount of effect. But yeah, that's the only feel, is that I'm gonna drive these tiles off a fucking cliff at the end of this race. But yeah, at this moment in time, we are just destroying it. Fucking destroying it. We are pulling away from everybody. Yeah, I might. I might try to save. I don't know. It's on 8s. The rears is on 8% and the front's at 7. So that's about 2% a lap. So if we have 17 laps to go, the tires would finish about half used. If I keep going at this pace. It can work. I'd probably want it a little below. Yeah, I'd probably want, I don't know. It ain't like mediums or softs. Yeah. I'll figure it out when I get there. I will say, if I can build this gap up, as we have Piastri going with Sainz, they're swapping spots, swapping the 4th position. As I'm still running pretty competitive lap times, and the gap continues to increase. It's up to 3.5 seconds over Fernando Alonso, who, well, I will say, Fernando is starting to take some pressure from George Russell in the Mercedes for that 2nd spot, and that's just going to make it even better for us, because if those two can get locked in a battle and use up their tires to try to fend off each other, I can gain ground while I'm just chilling. So right now we're in the catboard seat. We are definitely in the catboard seat at the moment. As long as nothing crazy happens, I like where we sit. And the only thing that could probably fuck us would be the tiles. And potentially me using them up. As Piastri and Sainz continue to battle each other for the 4th position. And Piastri is going to continue to hold it. And the gap goes up over 4 seconds. As you can see the fall off in the top right of your screen, that lap was about a second off my fastest lap of the race. And that was kind of smooth, I thought. Right now, I think we can just, if we can just maintain some smooth driving here. Nothing crazy, nothing, and kind of just watch. I kind of wish George can get up beside of Fernando and battle him. Just so he has to use his tires a little more. Because if that's the only concern at this point. But it looks like Fernando gets a really good Sector 2. And I mean a really good Sector 2. To the point where George can't even close in on the DRS straight. But I have noticed that Fernando kind of struggles in Sector 3 here. And that's where the gap is gained back. Oh, no. Nope. Still gained a little ground. Yeah, because, that's the gap. As we are now halfway through this race. Tires actually don't look that half bad. I kind of forgot the lap count from when I checked them last, but I said it goes up about 2% each lap. Oh, well, heck, we went back on what, lap 7? 7 to 15, 8 lap, or 7 laps. No, now you can say about 7.5. It checks out. That checks out. About 2% a lap. Actually, we're just straight up chilling. Sometimes I really don't want to think about his gas. I mean, we did have that safety car. We should be relatively fine on gas. Especially with the safe. I think the safety car, we would have cut it a little close. I don't think too close to be not comforted, but cutting it a little close. But now with the safety, it exceeded track limits. That's the first one I think we've gotten. So that's great. But nah, yeah, the safety car kinda changed that logic on the field front. As I tell you, this gap has kind of stagnated a little bit. Around 4 to 4.5 seconds from me to Fernando Alonso. And it's still Piastri in 4th and Sainz is in 5th. And it looks like... Let's see, I'm going to try to take a look at the map here. Sainz isn't, so that's, so I'm going to guess that's Sergio Perez in 6th. Remember, he was the leading Red Bull. And then you've got, I guess, the other Aston Martin, Lance Stroll in P7. And then Lewis Hamilton, the other Mercedes in P8. And then, yeah, that red dot, that is Charles Leclerc. Holy shit. Had a baby moment right there. A baby moment, that's what I'm calling it. But yeah, then you got Charles Leclerc in P9 in that, and he's that red dot in that group. And then Lando is 10th, and I mean that's, I guess it's one of the Cash App calls in P11. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Just analyzing the field. Analyzing the field and just making sure that we got our P's and our ducks in a row.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0.
Yep.
Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
That happens literally every single race. Like, literally every single race. That's crazy. Starting to get a little worn out, I will say. Starting to get a little... You can see it started to change... It changed color. Especially the left reel. But like... I mean, heck. If the 2% still carries, it's going to be around 45 to 50% by the time we get to the end of the race, which could be a little high. It's a little high for hard tires, but it's not the end of the world. I'd rather do, like I said, I'd rather do 50% on the hard tires than deal with 50% on medium tiles. Or 50% on soft tiles. Especially at a track like this. And so if it gets, I mean, it's now up it's up right at 5 seconds. If I mean, I feel like I could probably ease out a little bit. I could somewhat take it easy. Because it doesn't matter between point A to point B. Doesn't matter how you get there, but all it matters is who gets to point B first. And if my tires go bad and cost me this race, yeah, that's about the only thing I can see going wrong. Because this car is a rocket ship. This car is a rocket ship. This is exactly what I needed. Or exactly what I need. As we have 10 laps to go here. And yeah, I mean, the only thing I feel like that could stop me now is if we have a mechanical issue which we haven't had one. We haven't had one in a long time, now that I think about it. We had engine trouble back in the beginning of last season when we were first starting out as a team in Imola, if I'm not mistaken. But outside of that, we haven't really had too much engine trouble. We've had underbody damage, but that's been from accidents. As I tell you what, if we can hold this result, I'll tell you what this is going to do. And this might give me a championship threat. A small one. But I have to at least be thinking about it. Because I don't see Lando is... That's Lando back there. He's what, 10th? I think that's 10th. And Leclerc is 9th. If I'm looking at it right. Although I think he can get the other Mercedes. He can get Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll. But even then, I mean, and Sainz is up to 5th. Looks like he's just content on riding behind Oscar Piastri for now. Yeah, he's just content to run behind Piastri for now. But this could do some shaking up to the championship. The Drivers' Championship, I should say. As I tell you, as we're walking lap 21 of this GP, I don't think George Russell has tried to pass Fernando Alonso once this entire race. And that's crazy. But he's been right there. I mean, that's the closest it's been, is about 0.2 of a second. And I guess I need to stop looking at that and focus on the road. Right when I say that about Sainz, we have the Ferrari driver going into 4th over Oscar Piastri. They continue to be side by side. And Sainz is going to collect the position for now, and yeah, he's gonna hold on to it. And speaking of for now, I think these tires are gonna be if there is a safety car that comes out in the next minute, this is about the lap. I mean, a little 5-lap dash to the finish. It would have to be the soft tiles, as we are coming up on that point of no return for the safety car. Oh, that was orange. Yeah, mid-30s. 33 is the highest one. It's on the left wheel. So, yeah, the tires are fine. It's not the green that the rest of the car is. But it'll do the job. This will suffice. And it's going to be right at 50% too. But I tell you what, even with all that, the gap is still going up. It's up to 5.8 now. And as you can see, I ran a 36.1. That's a second and 3/4 off the fastest lap that we did run on these whole tiles about 15 laps ago. So 15 or 14 laps ago. So that just shows the fall off. As I slide them, we gain time from it though, even with the power slide. As I will say, if we can hold this off, this would be our 4th win in Formula 1. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, it would be this is the 3rd different continent. Oh, actually, no, I can't. No, because it was Canada. We went from North America to Europe to Asia, and then back. Yeah, we went from North America to Europe to Asia, and now if we can hold up, it would be back to North America. And I'm just saying the next track is in North America, so. But yeah, this is a drive. Five laps to go. We're up by 6 seconds now on Fernando Alonso. Still Fernando Alonso, by the way. So shout out Fernando. Sorted second. Actually, no, he sorted third. I take that back. He sorted third. He sorted behind me. George sorted second. And I got the whole shot. And then Alonso, he did get a good start, to be fair. And he's just stayed there the entire time. As I tell you what, I may get to. That's one of the. I think that's one of the Alpines. That just crossed the start finish line now. We may get to them. I don't know what happened. You also have a Haas back there too. We probably won't be getting to the Haas. She almost a 36 flat. Actually, this gap continues to increase. And this has been a very constant formula to how I have been. So this would be the 4th win. And this is following along the same formula as the other 3 wins I've had. You start on you're fast as fuck in practice. Or you're fast in practice. You work on your setup, you work on the core, you go out there and you are fat and you post a time that is fucking flying. So after you do all that, then you qualify first, qualify on the pole, and then you get I keep saying the whole shot, but you get that, but you just spew out of the gates in P1, you don't lose it. Yeah, you don't lose it. And you try to pull away from the pack as much as you can. And then you work the strategy or work whatever you got to do. And then when it comes money time towards the end of these races, you put the hammer down and you leave no regrets. And that's exactly what we did in our other 3 races, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. As it is up to just almost 7 seconds now. As we got 3 laps to go in this GP from Austin, or Texas, or COTA, however you want, whatever you want to say. Technically the US Grand Prix. And I haven't even checked wait, what? What happened? Why is my engine... I got the engine light on. Oh, hell. Not now. Don't you... What happened? Can I... Vehicle condition. Am I not going to get a report? Well... If it blows up, it blows up. I can't even... We are still gaining ground now. As now I'm a little... I am alarmed now a little bit. As we're coming to 2 laps to go from the US Grand Prix. And I don't know what it is. That's... Oh, here it is. Oh, I'm not looking down. I'm not looking down now, buddy. Not in this rhythm section. The S's, if you will. Alright. I'm gonna look down this straightaway to see what the problem is. Alright. Oh, it's the gearbox. Oh, shoot. Well, it's not... I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. But that's probably gonna have to get replaced. And we can do that in between races. Before the next race in Mexico. But yeah, another 10-15 laps and I would have been nervous. Yeah, I would be shook about the gearbox. But this has been a flawless race from start to finish. No doubt about it. As we are coming to the white flag.
Okay, final lap. Let's go.
One lap to go in the United States Grand Prix at COTA, presented by Credit One Bank. Hashtag cheap plug. And this has been nothing short of a fantastic, a very remarkable, and a fantastic performance. You know, I said a couple of races ago, you gotta make, if you want to win the championship or go higher in points, now is the time to make your hay, to make something happen, if you will. And since I have said that, I've gone a win in Singapore, and I've gone a 4th place in Baku. So all I'm saying is, I think we're hitting our stride again. From we had a little bit of a lull at Hungary and at as Sainz and Piastri are going to go side by side on the final lap of the race. And George Russell has gotten around Fernando Alonso for 2nd place. Finally, George got around Fernando Alonso for 2nd place. And Piastri is going to hold on to 4th. But as we round the corner, we are going to sweep the weekend with a win in Texas.
Yes, guys, yes! Come on, boys!
up the Dortmund
Oh,
Autosport.
fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
And we have swept the weekend, as Charles Leclerc did win Driver of the Day. Figured.
That's it then for another magnificent United States.
That is belt to
Well,
ass.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us.
As, yeah, here's the points.
Very soon.
Here's the points here. You see, well, I'll show the sprint race here. Sainz was on a warship at the end, but we held him off. And then, yeah, we just killed it. Killed it. That's not fair. That was a sprint. But it is what it is. We got 5 races left to go in the season.
This week's income from the sponsors is cleared, and we're making good profit against.
Oh, I kind of want to see where this is. Holy cow. And look at that. We're up to 3rd place now in the World Drivers' Championship. We passed Verstappen and Lando, no problem. Actually, I didn't really... So Lando finished 9th, and Verstappen finished 10th, and Leclerc got 8th. Okay. Yeah, so something happened to Verstappen. Yeah, something happened to Verstappen at the end of that race. Because, yeah, you got Lando 9th. So Lando made a comeback. Kind of. Leclerc got 8th. Everyone basically held serve except for Verstappen. So, yeah. We're up to 3rd now. Well, oh, hey. 40 points behind Leclerc. And look at... And... Like, okay. You cannot get any closer than that. 262 to 261. Leclerc's ahead by 1 point over Carlos Sainz, which is incredible. As we got 5 races left, this is going to be a must-watch spectacle. And I mean, like I said, we're up to 3rd now, and we're up to P3 now. So anything can happen. We've shaved off some points, especially to Leclerc in the last couple of weeks. Or last couple of races. Ever since Netherlands, we've just closed the gap. But hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah. So that's going to do it for this video. Congrats to everybody. But hell yeah. The next race is in Mexico City for the Mexican Grand Prix. I'll see y'all for that one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you all have a good one. And peace out, guys.